When? Okay, now you go on the page. Okay?
Muscle milk helps build muscles. Zero sugar, 25 grams of protein.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the fifth edition of Ed and Ron's New Jersey Porch Trivia. We thought this would be like a
Hey,
one.
everybody.
We'll get to that in a minute. We thought this would be like a 1 or 2 week thing. It's taken a life of its own. Fortunately, we have no idea how long this is going to go. We've actually even gotten some gigs out of this. People might not know we have interest in Christian Family TV. Actually wants to simulcast our show. Could you believe Christian Family TV wants us on? I could see being I could see being on that show and like lightning coming down and hitting us. But so that might be something in the future. I have here Jim Logan, who's joining us, our key grip.
Jim,
He's going to be coming in and talking things, and he's already adding to the value of the show. We actually have Jim did some statistics for us. So what Jim did actually, is we have a graph here. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's the 4 weeks of our views in New Jersey Porch Trivia, and unfortunately, the curve is flattening, but in a bad way. So week 1, we had about 300 views, and we went down to like 220, and we've kind of been flat at about 190, 185. So the curve is flattening here. Thank you for the statistics, Jim. We want to hope to be up here this week to like 350, 400 views. So it's very important that you guys spread the word, tell your friends. This is all for fun. But the stats
Did
are
your
here.
youngest son make that? I mean, it looks like it was done by like an 8-year-old.
We actually use my friend Seth at Cedars.
So
As you can tell, we use the highest technology possible to accumulate our stats.
I'm bringing back for one more week the vodka. So the trivia, the game is going to be whenever you say banter, I do a shot. Well, actually, when I say banter. So I will be drinking again this week. Also, I want to kind of go over some of the rules of the game. So you got Jessica's here. Wow. You know, Jessica, if you got like half the yentas from the Bound Monroe Board of Ed, we probably could get like 400 or 500 people on here. So we need our ratings to go up. But here's the rules of the game. Today, we're going to be doing number trivia. And to kind of give you an example, I wrote one down. Like a question would be,
every answer will have a number in the answer.
Correct. So like I might say, what's the movie that Bin Laden was killed at? And the answer would be Zero Dark 30, like as an example. We could be talking about anything. Movies, TV, music, politics, alcohol, it could be anything. But here's the thing. Do not put any answers in the chat box. That's the thing. So Ed has 30 questions, and then we're going to go over, he's going to read them twice, and then I have some questions in the middle that you could actually put in the chat room as well. And then we're going to go over all the answers, and at the end, and that's where you could we're gonna have some more banter. But Ed's got like 30 questions. They're gonna start off a little easier, and they're gonna get a little harder as they go. Jim is 6 feet behind us, so it looks a little closer. It's like the side view mirror in your car. So I'm now gonna push this over to Ed, who is going to begin our trivia. Again, 30 questions. Keep track of this on your own. So you might want to move a tiny bit closer. There you go.
All right, guys. First of all, let's do a couple of quick shout outs. Muse is here tonight.
Muse.
A lot of our regulars are in. My sister's family, my little house sister is watching tonight.
Oh, wow.
And we got, let's see, who else did I see? Gene. I didn't see Frank's name anywhere.
Frank's in there. He was the first in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gino's here. Let's see, the Farley family that sent you the messages in. So we got a lot of new people. Most of our regulars, Harris and Michelle, are in watching. And
I know, Eric, people are concerned about our social distancing. Listen, Corona was going to get us. I think it would have gotten us before week 5. I think we're good here. And this alcohol here is my safety net. So I want as much banter as possible.
I came to the conclusion I cannot be killed. So, all right. Question number 1. The reason we're doing this is because of the coronavirus disease, which goes by what other alphanumeric name? The reason we're doing this is because of the coronavirus disease. It goes by what other name? It has a number and letters in the answer.
And if anyone gets this wrong, you'll get a smack.
The oldies but goodies are here.
Yeah.
So we got a good crowd in tonight. I think we're gonna. Does it say how many people? No.
I don't know yet.
Okay. Let's go on to question number 2. I'm kind of stealing this from Ron from last week when he did the movie quotes. And what 1995 movie used the line, "Houston, we have a problem"? What 1995 movie used the line, "Houston, we have a problem"?
Hey, David Bixby, Hulk. No answers in the chat room.
That's
all right?
Linda. Linda, you don't put the answer in the chat. You mark them down yourself.
Now don't turn into the Hulk here.
And then
don't get mad at me.
And then
that's a foul.
You grade them yourself. Okay. You can put your answers in when I'm reading out the answers.
The chat room is for banter.
Quick, drink.
I have to drink one.
Okay. Number 3. Stephen Collins, who played the faithful husband, loving father, and moral minister, Eric Camden, on what very family-friendly TV series for 11 years was accused of child molestation in 2014?
Scandalous.
Okay, I'll read it again. Stephen Collins, he played the faithful husband, loving father, and moral minister, Eric Camden. He had 5 kids on this series. On what family-friendly TV series? It ran for 11 years, and in 2014, he was accused of child molestation.
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
That was a big year for molestations.
Was it?
I think so.
We'll have to look that up. Was it a good year for pedophiles? Well, when did Bill Cosby do?
That was around the same time.
Right around the same time.
And remember, if I say banter, you guys got a drink too. So I hope you have something. There's Jim behind us, so keep it going.
Okay, question number 4 I'm on. Worn by Hall of Fame relief pitchers Mariano Rivera and Bruce Sutter, what number was retired by all baseball teams in 1997?
Hey, Hulk, you keep the answers to yourself, and then you're going to self-grade at the end. So we don't want anyone putting the answers in the chat room because then you're going to give it away. So just write down the answers on a piece of paper and keep track of it yourself.
Isn't it annoying we have to keep telling people that week after week after
Well,
week?
he's the Hulk.
Right.
You can't mess around with Bruce Bixby.
Okay. Won by Hall of Fame relief pitchers Mariano Rivera and Bruce Sutter. What number was retired by all baseball teams in 1997? Going on, number 5.
Right, you gotta read it twice, no?
What's that?
You have to read it twice?
That was my second time reading it.
Okay, sorry.
You want a third?
No.
Hey, if you want it, I could read it
No.
a third time. All right. Moving on. What numeric song was Three Dog Night's first top 10 hit? Do you know this one,
No.
Unicorn Man?
Let him come here. I don't even know who it is.
Okay, what numeric
Panto, what's up, man?
what,
Banter. All right, I'll do it.
what numeric song was Three Dog Night's first top 10 hit? That was number 5. Number 6. In 1986, what was Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short known as?
That's a good movie.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I thought
Who's behind there?
it's Unicorn Man.
Oh my.
This is like what I did not want to happen.
Hey, Canto, can you get Dan? Text Dan that he's here. Hey, we're bringing out all the stops right now. Our budget is increased.
Just yesterday, I told Ron, or 2 days ago, was it yesterday? Yesterday, I think. And I said to Ron, we got to keep it classy.
How would Christian rock radio, whatever it is, Christian television, family television,
We have no idea.
not want
We
this?
have no idea.
I mean, come on.
Look at it.
Hey, don't touch.
Okay. I don't even know. I just did the Steve Martin, Chevy Chase,
Hey,
and Martin
Cindy.
Short question. What were they known as? Okay. Number 7. Almost 15 years after leaving the Andy Griffith Show, Don Knotts returned to TV as a regular on what show starting in 1979? Starting in 1979, Don Knotts returned to TV after 15 years of being off TV. What TV show did he go on to?
Let's see. Yes, we got phallic forehead. I don't know what Scott means by that, but all right. The unicorn is the best part of trivia. I don't know about that. I think it's our personality. No drinking on Christian TV. Yeah, well, that's a problem.
Hey,
That's a
if
problem.
they don't want our show,
Listen, they have to go by our rules.
hey,
So,
Frank, you could always do something on Christian TV.
all right.
Let's see.
Where are you at?
I have no idea. Number 8. Okay, this game, and it's a common game, uses red and black checkers dropped into vertical slots. This game uses red and black checkers dropped into vertical slots.
I remember the commercial.
Pretty sneaky.
Pretty sneaky, sis. How'd you know?
There, I got it. Where?
They don't make games like they used to.
Diagonally.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, ooh, that's pretty cool.
And I got, just to let you know, I have here my antiseptic wipes here. So I got to wipe the board, the keyboard, my hands. So
I wiped my
I'm
hands
trying
on
to
the
be.
unicorn face.
I'm trying to be.
Okay, going on to number 9. What 1970s song includes the line, "You got your demons and you got desires"? It's a 1970s song, and it includes the line, "You got your demons, you got desires." And you didn't know this one.
And Cindy, you know the answer. That's great. Keep it to yourself. You beat Maria on that game. Ooh.
That's not saying a whole
Yeah.
lot, though. I mean, no, Maria's actually pretty good at that game.
I wish I had some games now. I don't have any games.
You don't?
No, I wish I should go buy like.
I used to like Stratego.
Nah.
You know, with the flag. What do you think, Unicorn Stratego? Yeah?
Mastermind. You ever play
Yeah,
Mastermind?
yes.
That was a tough. That was a good game.
Yeah. I never liked the game of life.
No.
Too long. It was
No.
like a Monopoly wannabe, and it wasn't as good. All right. Number 10.
I got the Rutgers hat and the TCNJ sweatshirt. Good job.
Yeah, where's total suspension?
Well, I went to TCNJ.
You know,
People think I went to Rutgers,
I always thought you went to Rutgers.
but most of my kids are at Rutgers, so
and you root for them.
yeah, I root for Rutgers.
Okay. Name the classic 1960 Western, and you're going to know this one, Unicorn Man, that starred Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen, and the 2016 remake, they both have the same name, that starred Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt. What is it? Name the classic 1960 Western that starred Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen, and its 2016 remake that starred Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt.
Hey, Hulk, once in a while you're gonna lose your volume. You know, it's based on the internet. So, you know what I used to do, Gino, with the Rubik's cube? I used to take it apart,
Oh yeah,
and I'd put like Vaseline in it.
I could always get one side and almost a second side, but I could never do more than that.
Correct. But I would rip it apart and I'd solve it, and I think it was pretty cool. And then I would do like a design where I'd like turn it, so it's like tic tac toes. That was the extent of my.
I was never a Rubik's Cube guy. I think it's like takes a little too much brain power for me. All right, number 11. What is the common name of the mixed drink? Again, Unicorn Man. What is the name of the mixed drink that contains Seagram's American whiskey with lemon lime soda? What is the common name of the mixed drink that combines Seagram's American whiskey with lemon lime soda? Stratego was one of the best, Gene. I dug that game. I still have it.
Now that's a wuss drink. So again, I want everyone to play along with me. So
Banter.
We got some.
Banter.
I keep the banter going in the chat room. That's what we want. All right. Well, I actually was pretty buzzed last week. I woke up 4 a.m. and I drank like 2 bottled waters. I was like dying of thirst.
Hey, Jim, what's that in your hand? No, we don't want anybody to go away. We want everybody to stay right where you are.
No
And
answers.
June, no answers, June.
No answers, June. We'll disqualify you from the thing.
You keep track yourself, and then when I'm giving out the answers, that's your time to put the answers here. Right, Harris? Yell.
And will I disqualify them?
In a heartbeat. I had to think for a second what she says. That's Firehouse Pub trivia. For anybody who has never gone to the Firehouse Pub in Rahway on Friday nights, they do trivia when they're open. It's a lot of fun, but they're shut down right now.
Hey, Robin. Robin Ashman's on, fellow Teaneck grad, although you didn't go to the high school.
Okay, there's going to be 3 answers here. You can get 3 points on this one. Say wow.
Wow.
Say that's amazing.
That's amazing. All right.
What was the unit number of the MASH unit on the TV series MASH? What was the unit number of the MASH unit on the TV series MASH? Now, for bonus points, what 2 other MASH units are mentioned periodically during the show's 11-year run?
Am I the only one? But did I actually cried in a few MASH episodes.
You cry at everything.
I cried during the finale. I don't know how anyone could not cry during the finale.
The finale is you do choke up on
when
that.
when BJ goes to him, he goes,
Yes.
I forgot what he said to
He
him.
says that to him about I can't imagine what this place would have been like if I hadn't found you here.
And the one where Radar leaves, and the one with Blake, Blake dies.
Yeah.
Those are all three. If you don't cry,
What about the one where Winchester is nice to Hawkeye when Hawkeye's trying to get through to his dad and he thinks he's dying?
Oh,
yeah, that's an emotional one too. There's also an early one where Hawkeye's friend dies and Hawkeye's operating on him. Oh, you never saw that one? He was writing a book, and he wasn't really supposed to be in the
Manny, you
army,
cried too?
and he decided to do
Hey,
it
Manny,
to
congratulations
be a
with your two boys going to school. I just hope they have a school to go to in this fall.
Yeah. Ron cries during pretty much every Little House on the Prairie episode. Pretty much everyone. More than Michael Landon, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we now? Cruella de Vil was the name of the villain in both the 1960s animated version and the 1990s live action version of what Disney film? Cruella de Vil was the name of the villain in both the 1960s animated version and the 1990s live action version of what Disney film? And I want to know, do you guys think these questions are too easy? Let me know.
No, it gets harder. They're not too
Harris,
easy.
what did you cry about Gilligan's Island? What is there to cry on Gilligan's Island? That they didn't get off the island?
No, there's nothing to cry about.
But,
remember, get your friends to participate in this. We need to extend the curve.
More views.
Remember, the curve is flattened. We need the curve to go higher, actually.
Okay, the Broadway show Jersey Boys is based on the career of what band? The Broadway show Jersey Boys is based on the career of what band?
Muse likes the questions.
I guess Harris is a Gilligan's Island fan.
Muse likes the questions. Good and easy one. Hey, what's up,
They
Jordan?
get harder.
How's it going? I'm glad. Hey, Jordan, tell your family to play as well. I'm happy for you and Dominic.
I gave this to Ron yesterday. He got like 11 out of the first 15, and then like 4 of the remaining.
It gets tougher. Keep up the banter. Up. There we go.
From 1967 to 1980, and again from 2010 to 2020, a show with this title has appeared on CBS. What is it? From 1967 to 1980, and then from 1980 to 2010, this show with this title was not on TV. But then back in 2010, it came on, and it was on till 2020. What was the year we're in?
Gotta keep cleaning. I don't want any spit drips on here.
Yeah, and I spit a lot.
Spit a lot.
I'm gonna have to get like a plexiglass.
I'll tell you, Harris is the king of the banter. Look at this. You guys are really great. Thank you for breaking up the monotony. Listen, we could have a couple of mannequins here would break up the monotony for most people. So don't give us that much credit. So, all right, go ahead.
Okay, what magazine? This is number 16. What magazine,
Need more?
aimed at 13 to 19-year-olds, was the sponsor of America's Next Top Model and Project Runaway Junior TV shows? Okay, I want the name of a magazine. It was geared towards 13 to 19-year-olds. It's not Penthouse.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, I know. It's 13 to 19-year-olds it was geared towards, and it was the sponsor of America's Next Top Model and Project Runaway Junior.
Hey, Terry, I'm glad you like these questions. I told you would like them. Next week is even going to be better. Next week we'll talk about it at the end.
We'll talk about it later. We're going on to number 17 here. We're almost a half an hour into this thing already.
Go as long as we want.
We might be here all night, guys. Okay. What do you call the spot where Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico all meet? It's a geography question. What do you call the spot where Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico all meet? You got the number part right, but the other thing wrong.
I bomb these questions. Beavis and Butthead, Scott, one of my favorites. I love Beavis and Butthead. Jordan.
Okay, number 18. What 1987 movie starred Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Steve Guttenberg as bachelors living in New York?
I have some good banter. Oh, I have some good banter.
Drink while I read.
I have some good banter for
What
that one.
1987 movie starred Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Steve Guttenberg as bachelors living in New York? And for a bonus point, tell me what was the name of the 1990 sequel to that movie?
Good question.
They're all good questions.
Absolutely.
I came up with them.
Absolutely.
And Ed is the king. Where is Tom's Tough Trivia? I just realized that. Maybe it's not tough enough for Tom.
I don't think these are.
No. He's a trivia snob. All right.
We don't have supply guy tonight.
No, that's addition by subtraction.
That's actually a good thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, number 19. What brand of malt liquor has a horseshoe and a bronco on its label? What brand of malt liquor has, I think somebody knows it. What brand of malt liquor has a horseshoe and a bronco on its label?
Well, this is Smirnoff Raspberry, and so this is, I think, a bunch of cherries. So this ain't it.
Ron's drink comes with an umbrella.
Ron's taking a commercial break here for the vodka.
I'm under control. Tom's a no-show.
Named after Eddie Van Halen's studio address. What was the first Van Halen album to feature Sammy Hagar as lead singer?
Oh, that is a good question.
I actually went to the tour for this album, and it was, I happen to love this album.
Yeah, great album.
But I went on the tour, the metal. This was Brendan Byrne Arena. It might have been Continentals, whatever it was called. They were booing. It was really rough. They were booing Sammy Hagar. Oh, it was
yeah. Well, I
there
mean,
signs. And,
I have to admit, David Lee Roth is a tough act to follow.
Yeah,
so.
It was pretty ugly. All right.
Okay, are we going on? We're getting a lot of banter there. Anything interesting coming up?
We're missing your banter.
Oh, I know. I'm not on the chat.
I know. Let's go.
Trade-offs.
Okay, 21. What Dr. Seuss book includes numbers, colors, and animals in its title? What Dr. Seuss book contains numbers, colors, and animals in its title?
That seems tough for me.
Well, you don't read.
I don't read a book.
Even Dr. Seuss.
No, that's
Dr. Seuss is too. I think he took his guess and he said 3 eggs and a ham.
3 eggs and a ham.
I mean, you know when
Dr.
Seuss is above your literary prowess, that's really a problem.
Lofty aspirations.
Dr. Seuss is overrated.
Dr. Seuss is awesome.
Scott, you were at that concert July 29th. You remember the date. That's pretty funny.
He was the one who was booing Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, you were probably booing him.
Okay. This one's for all you guys out there.
Your favorite author?
My sister Linda and this guy back here. Okay? The actress who played Jenny Wilder on the final season of Little House on the Prairie moved on from Walnut Grove to a new zip code where she starred for 4 seasons on what long-running TV series that started in 1990?
Now, everybody knows my 2 favorite shows of all time are Little House on the Prairie and
Seinfeld?
television and dramas and Sopranos. So
And they're
they're
so similar, aren't
and
they?
I'll be honest. I think Michael Landon or Charles Ingalls would kick Tony Soprano's ass.
I think he would.
I really think he would.
I think
I would take it.
I think he's smoking crack.
So, well, no guns, but I think it was a pure fight. He would kick his ass. He's strong. There was one episode where the guy wanted to pick a fight with him. He grabbed his arm and he goes, "Oh shit, I'm not messing with him." And he goes, "Yeah, I work for a living." Because his muscles are strong.
This is what I have to put up with when Little House on the Prairie
Little
comes
House
up in any conversation.
Is a great show. Terry, you would definitely know that answer.
The same thing that happens when Ron Iron did.
Go ahead.
All right, we're on number 23 now. Number 1. For 16 weeks in the 1990s, what song was the duet by superstar Mariah Carey and Boys to Men? Number 1 for 16 weeks in the 1990s, what song was the duet by superstars Mariah Carey and Boys to Men? And I would not know this if I did not know this question. Like, I don't know the song really.
Yeah, Robin, he died tragically. I think it was pancreatic cancer.
Yeah,
I think
I think 1991.
And his friend Victor French, who played Mr. Edwards, died. They all died.
Yeah, but they were already angels in the last
They were all angels. Yeah.
Every adult.
Great questions. Thank you, Michelle. And the Hulk got his son, as you said, Shannon Doherty. Good job, Hulk. I love the Hulk TV show.
It was a bad TV show.
It was pretty bad.
You know what? It was The Fugitive. A guy just kind of like walking around, traveling from town to town, and helping out.
It's true.
When they needed it. But instead of being chased by the police, he was being chased by like a reporter who wanted to do a story on the Hulk.
After this trivia, go into. I love the end of the song, the thing. They had that Lonely Man piano song. That's a really sad song.
Don't you feel bad for the guy?
Yeah.
At the end of every show?
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Number 24. Recently deceased actor Brian Dennehy, he died last week, played Don the bartender who befriends Dudley Moore in what 1979 movie?
That's a tough one. You knew this?
I know it. Yeah.
Recently deceased actor Brian Dennehy plays Don the bartender who befriends Dudley Moore in what 1979 movie?
All right, time for a shot, everyone. All right, everyone, go.
I'll take a drink as well.
I gotta fill up. Look at this. Just to show you how tough I am.
Oh, yeah.
This is a trivia and a half. I've almost gone through this whole bottle. Don't call me a wuss.
Was
As I'm feeling. I could outdrink anybody.
okay. TV theme song question.
Yeah.
This is life, the one you get. So go and have a ball. Is a line to what TV show's theme song? This is life, the one you get. So go and have a ball. Is a line to what TV theme song?
Good question. I can't believe I got this wrong.
I know. And for another reason, I'm going to, can't believe you got it wrong, which I will go into on the next, when we're giving out the answers and we're bantering about it then. Number 26. The Pontiac Firebird's more sportier model was the Trans Am. But what was the Chevy Camaro's sports model called? Now, the Firebird and the Camaro were like sister cars. They both had the same body type. They were both GM. One was made by Pontiac, the other one by Chevy. But one came out with the Firebird, had the Trans Am, which was very, very popular.
Hey, I like Chris Muse weighing in with the line from Christmas Vacation. Way to go. Way to go, Chris. It's good. It's good. It's good.
I think, Chris, that was the last time I saw you. Was when we saw Christmas Vacation at
It's funny. People are actually putting
at Asbury Park.
Dan is putting in answer after answer after answer, and all three are wrong.
I think he's doing that.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
All right.
Okay. What band is Adam Levine the lead singer of? Is that how you say his name, Levine?
I don't know. Levine,
Levine?
Levine.
Depends if he wants to know he's Jewish.
I don't like him. What band is
Comments
Adam
on
Levine
the
the lead
comments.
singer of?
Knight Rider. You know. Dan, you're a big fan of Punky Brewster? I don't know about. You might be in that category we talked about earlier.
Okay, sports. What current U.S. pro sports team? This is going to be baseball, basketball, football, or hockey. Okay? What current U.S. pro sports teams take their name from famous dates in U.S. history? What current U.S. pro sports teams take their names from famous dates in U.S. history?
Bay City Rollers, great song. Saturday,
S-A-T-Y, D-A-Y night.
Great song.
I think Bay City Rollers is Jim's favorite band, by the way. I could be wrong,
Go ahead.
but you never know. Okay, now in the 50 seconds, now in its 52nd season, what weekly TV series has been on TV? Louder? All right. Now in its 52nd season, what weekly TV series has been on TV now longer than any other primetime TV show? Now in its 52nd season, what weekly TV series has been on TV longer than any other primetime TV show?
Who remembers Wonderama as a kid? Remember Bob McAllister?
Yes.
And, kids are people too.
Snakes popping out. What did you win on that show?
I don't remember.
Did you win anything, really?
I don't think we won anything.
Okay. We are down to number 30 here. This is the last question in the round. What was the last movie with a number in its title to win the Oscar for Best Picture? What was the last movie with a number in its title to win the Oscar for Best Picture?
All right. Before Ed gives the answers, I'm going to shift over here
Turning it back to Ron.
to the better looking of the trivia hosts. And I got a few questions here that I came up with. You're free to put this in the chat room. So this is just for fun. These don't count in the score. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. In the 80s, what was the name and number you saw written on the wall? That's all I'm going to give. In the 80s, what was the name and number you saw written on the wall? Number 2, what movie tells the story of Detective David Mills, who tracks down a serial killer who uses a special motive for his murders? Number 2.
You can put these answers in
You
the
can
chat
put these
now.
in the chat room. Number 3. This is a quote like last week. The world will now be. I can't even read. The world will know that free men stood against a tyrant, that few stood against many, and before this battle was over, even a god king can bleed. And Gino 8675309 is right. Number 4, Bailey, Julia, Claudia, Charlie, and Owen made up this family in this Fox family drama.
You got the wrong wall.
You can give the answers. I'm going to give you a couple more. This ex-Beatle released this remake of a song in 1973 that made its way to number 1 with Lips Like Strawberry Wine. Read the answers if you see it.
I don't see anything correct.
Write the answer here. These the ones I'm saying. All right, here's the first line of a song.
45 is right, Muse.
I got my first real 6-string bought at a 5 and dime. That's the first line of a song.
Almost everybody got Party of 5.
All right. What year is this? You have to just tell me the year. It's a tumultuous year. Martin Luther King, Robert F. Kennedy were assassinated. The Tet Offensive occurred. Nixon won election, and I was born. Very tumultuous.
And I was born, he throws in
Yeah.
there.
And here's a tough one. I'm curious. I want one person to get this. It's not 69. Released in 2003, this film involves a series of interconnected events that converge around two car-related accidents that happened at the same time. Has a great ensemble cast with actors such as Patrick Swayze, Henry Thomas, and Hilary Swank. I wonder if anyone gets that one. I'd be impressed. It's a great movie. You have to see that
movie.
unicorn.
You gotta watch it.
So the answers quickly: 8675309. The movie with the detective is 7. The quote was from 300, the movie about even a God King can bleed. Party of Five with Bailey Julia, Claudia, Charlie, and Owen. I think a few got that. The ex-Beatles song was You're 16. Stacy, if you remember, You're 16. We used to see Rich Meyer at Trenton State College. He used to have a thing that said, like, You're 16, it's late, and it's mine. Remember that word? And the year was 1968 of that tumultuous year. And the movie, I don't think Stacy got it, but that doesn't count, is 11/14. Please, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Watch that movie. It is phenomenal. You're going to thank me that I gave you this recommendation. It's a phenomenal movie. So, all right, Ed, what you think of
Okay,
11/16?
I'm giving one more bonus question out. Okay, came from Big John, and he asked me to read it. So here we go. Okay, Big John's question. I want to know, does anybody here know what the flight number was of the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania on September 11th?
Yeah, it was a movie, too.
And what was the flight number of the plane? And also, what was the passenger's name who said, let's roll?
Let's roll.
Oh, can I answer that?
Yeah.
Todd Beamer.
Todd
Yes,
Beamer, that's
you got it right.
He's buried in like Cranberry.
Is he?
He's a New Jersey guy. Let me I have a timeout to wipe.
And it was Flight 93.
Got to wipe. And I got to wipe your spittles off the keyboard here. Here we go.
I can spit a little more on it.
No spitting. All right.
Okay, we're going to go on to answers. Everybody, when I read the question, now you can put the answers in and grade your own sheets. If you kept score at home, grade them all. Let us know how you did. Okay, the first thing is...
Wow, Harris, that's sad. I'm sorry. That's terrible.
What did he say?
He was scheduled to work that flight.
Oh, really?
Wow, that's terrible. That's a surreal...
That's pretty scary.
Yeah. Man, you talk about a downer.
I know.
Oh, my God.
We'd have one less viewer.
Yeah.
Okay. You're laughing about that over there.
More unicorn. All right, go ahead. Read the answers.
The reason we're doing this is because of the coronavirus, and it goes by the name COVID-19. I think everybody knows that.
Hey guys, you've been doing a phenomenal job with the banter tonight. So there's a drink. All right, everyone, drink up. Let's go.
The 1995 movie that used the line "Houston, we have a problem." Feel free to put it in. The answer is Apollo 13. Okay, Stephen Collins played the father, the minister on Seventh Heaven. And then in 2014,
He became a pedophile.
Yes, and he was not prosecuted. I looked it up.
Oh, you did look it up?
We kind of were saying we never heard anything more about that.
Wasn't what's her name? Was that girl was in there?
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. Yeah. I never saw it.
It was an alright show.
The unicorn from the Gary. No one heard that. No one needs to hear that. What he just said.
This is a guy with a teenage daughter.
Yeah, no one needs to hear what he just said. All right.
Okay, 42 was the number that Jackie Robinson's number that was retired by all the baseball teams in 1997. Okay, Three Dog Night, their first top 10 hit, it was called One, The Loneliest Number.
Are they in the Hall of Fame?
They're not in the Hall of Fame. They definitely deserve Hall of Fame.
So, all right.
You know, they had a lot of
A
songs.
lot of big hits.
They didn't write their own music, and that's a big negative to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No Timberlakes. We don't talk about Justin Timberlake. All right, go ahead.
Okay, Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short were known as in 1986. What, Ron?
The Three Amigos.
The Three Amigos.
What was it? What was it? You do it. Go, Jim, do it.
It was something like, wait, how did that was like,
And it cough.
Okay, Don Knotts, 15 years after leaving the ending of the
Jeremiah
show,
was a bullfrog.
went
That's a good
on.
song.
That's a good song too. Don Knotts went on to Three's Company starting in 1979. Gene was right with Seventh Heaven.
And Paholski, no NFL draft things in this chat room.
The game
We'll
with
talk about I'll watch that later, but this is more important. Got to fill up the drink.
the game with red and black checkers that you drop into horizontal slots. Pretty sneaky, sis. It was Connect Four.
What was so sneaky about it?
Because it went diagonally. It didn't take much to back in the 70s. It didn't take much to impress kids. Remember those Mattel electronic things with the little
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that was like the video game, the high tech video games at the time.
Miss Roper was hot, Eric. Oh my God.
Forget Suzanne Summers,
Yeah,
but
Miss
Miss Roper
Roper
was hot. Okay.
What was who replaced Suzanne Summers? You could throw that in the chat
You want
room.
the actress?
No, I'm just telling them
Or
to
the
put
character's name?
the character's name. No one knows the actor.
I do.
All right.
Jenny Lee Harrison played Cindy, and then Terry was can't think of her name off the top of my head.
I remember the Regal Beagle.
The
That's
Regal
who they
Beagle.
drank.
That was like the place to go. That was the MJs of Three's Company.
Speaking of MJ's, where's Carly? She said she was going to join us today. And where is forget it.
Okay, we're forgetting it. The 1970s song that includes the line "You got your demons, you got desires, and I got a few of my own." It's One of These Nights by the Eagles. Did you know that one? Okay. The unicorn is wearing a mask. Very good. Let's see. Where are we now? The classic 1960 Western that starred Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen, and its 2016 remake that starred Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt. Did you know this one?
no.
You didn't. It's the Magnificent Seven.
Someone threw that in the chat room.
Did they?
Yeah, I thought it was the Ten Commandments.
No,
when I heard
it's
Charlton
Magnificent
Heston.
Seven.
One of these nights, Deborah got it. Excellent. Yeah, where is Carly, Jessica?
Yes, that was your job.
You had one job here.
The common name of the mixed drink that contains Seagram's and a lemon lime soda. It's a 7 and 7. It has 7 Up in it and Seagram's. Seagram's 7 and 7 Up. Okay,
Did I hear a drink? Did I hear a drink?
You did hear drink.
All right, guys. Everyone put up your glass. This one is in honor of Banter.
And you got the Magnificent 7, right? Okay, the MASH units. The main unit in MASH, it was the 4077. But the other two, does anybody know them? Put them in. I want to see them before I do this. The MASH units.
That's a tough.
Tough.
I almost got this.
You did. You said 4 instead of 8.
Yeah. This was
okay. It's the 8063rd is the main one that people they always talk about. But there was also an 8055 or an 80 double nickel they call it.
So you get 2 points if
you got 3 points if you get all 3, but I doubt anybody's getting all 3.
The creme de la creme.
Okay.
8063rd. Look at that. A bunch of people got that. Nice.
Okay.
It's not 4977. Go ahead.
4977. Sorry, Manny, you typed the wrong number in, and that just blew it for you. Okay. Cruella de Vil was the villain in 101 Dalmatians. There was both the animated version in the 60s, and then Glenn Close played her in the 90s version.
I've never seen a Disney show.
You're missing out. Disney movies are good.
Where is your niece? She's been pretty
I know.
quiet today.
Catherine,
Come
I
on.
didn't hear anything. No banter, Catherine. And
you
you
know-
gotta take a drink now.
We threw a Disney question there. I don't think they
And a
appreciate
Connect
it.
4, and Maria plays Connect 4.
Pretty sneaky.
Pretty sneaky, sis. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. The Broadway show Jersey Boys is about the Four Seasons, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
We could have actually thrown that song December 1963. That
You
could have been. That could have
What
been
a
a
night.
question. Yeah. And I love what my favorite Frankie Valli is the theme of Grease.
Yeah.
I love
I
the
thought
Grease.
your favorite Frankie Valli was when he played Rusty Milio on The Sopranos.
Oh, he got shot in the head in The Sopranos. Frankie, they're not going to hear you. Frankie Valli was in The Sopranos. He had a cameo, got shot in the head in the garage.
And the theme from Grease was written by the Barry Gibb. He wrote a lot of songs.
Yeah, the Gibb.
He wrote a lot.
The
Okay.
unicorn is now scaring him. He's scaring us too,
It
Aaron.
scares us too. Okay.
One Night in Bangkok, Robin. That's a good song, by the way. That's not correct.
Murray Head. Okay, 1967 to 1980. And then again from 2010 to 2020, a show with this title has appeared on CBS. What is it? Put it in there if you know the answer. This was a pretty tough one, I thought. Yeah.
For 50 years?
You didn't get it.
I did get it.
No, you didn't. No. From 67 to 80, and then again from 2010 to 2020.
I did not get this.
Anybody know what it is?
But
I guess I'm going to give it out.
By the way, I shaved this week. I actually did shave. I trimmed it. I didn't shave.
It's not shaved. It's
I didn't want to feel like I was, an Al Qaeda quote.
If there is a way for the unicorn to drink, he will find it. Trust me.
Flaco, you're late to the party, dude. Were you in the emergency with your brother with a dislocated finger?
Frank's right.
Hawaii 5-0.
Joanne got it also.
What's the theme song? That's a great theme song. With guys like where the guys on a wave.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep. And they got the hula dancers going.
Dano.
Fuck him, Dano.
Hey, Dan, is that your nickname? All right.
Okay. What magazine aimed at 13 to 19-year-olds, and it's not Stephen Collins going after them, was sponsors of America's Next Top Model and Project Runway Junior. You used to watch this America's Next Top Model.
I was joking about that. I never saw America's Top Model.
I watched it.
Hey, Flago, up against the draft. You know the Jets are gonna screw this up. So come on, stop.
Okay, the magazine was 17.
I still find that hard to believe. I never heard of 17.
You've never heard of 17 magazine?
No.
Unicorn, have you ever heard of 17 magazine?
Hey, yeah. Brian O'Leary. There's a blast from the past. How's it going? What's up, bud? I don't think I've seen you since you did a golf outing back in probably 20 years ago. How's it going? Drink for you.
It's not Tiger Beat.
Banter.
No, it was 17 magazine. Okay. What do you call the spot where Arizona, Colorado, Utah, New Mexico all meet? It's known as the Four Corners.
That's also in basketball. They use the term four corners.
Okay.
If people are in basketball, I think that was North Carolina ran the four quarters. Oh, okay. Hey, the show's got to end first.
Next question.
No chiming. We have
you're taking our unicorn away from us. What 1987?
Hey, Jessica, tell Emily she could wait a few minutes. God forbid. Let's go. The
Okay.
trivia always comes first.
Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Steve Guttenberg were all in Three Men and a Baby. You get a bonus point if you knew that the sequel was Three Men and a Little Lady.
Remember, here's what I want to talk about. You remember when when that 3 Men and a Baby came out? There was that controversy. There was like a kid like hanging behind, supposedly where the film was filmed. Like some kid died many years ago.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and supposedly there's one scene in the middle of the movie, and you can actually stop it, where there's like the picture, or it's almost like the shadow of a dead kid or a young kid behind the curtain.
Really?
Yeah, it was like that was like big thing back then. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I don't remember that.
Hey, anyone in the chat room, you could tell me if you agree with that. If you remember that little
Does
thing
anybody
from Three
remember
Men
that
and a Little
story?
Baby. It was a big. You don't remember that? Ah, come on. Short Circuit, terrible movie.
It's
All
an
right.
80s movie. Okay, the malt liquor that has a horseshoe and a Bronco on its label, it's Colt 45.
You ever drank Colt 45?
Of course.
I told him, tell Jim to bring some with him this week, and he's going. Jim would never drink that.
Oh my God, I'll drink anything that's got alcohol.
Look at this, guys. I'm almost down to nothing here. Talk about.
You got 2 more shows to do with that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen's studio address. It was the first album with Sammy Hagar as the lead singer of Van Halen. If anybody knows it, Ron, what was it?
5150. Great album.
He is still sharp as a tack over here,
Hey,
guys.
look who decided to join us. Tom's Tough Trivia.
Ah,
Come on, look. I mean, what is this?
Tom, you gotta watch it all over again now.
Come on,
You'll know
Tom.
everything. Okay, what Dr. Seuss book includes numbers, colors, and animals in its title? And it is one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Code 45. Only one I know. Ex-husband loved it.
Oh.
Good
Which is
quote,
probably
June.
why June dumped him.
Yankee Rose, Dan, great song. No one's heard of that story with the 3 Men and a Baby. I'm stuck on an island.
Now
here.
you got to watch it. You got to watch it.
I don't remember the scene. It was a scene.
Yeah,
You
watch
stopped.
the whole movie.
You stopped it, and the kid was in the background. It was very eerie.
Okay, we're going on to the Little House question. Okay, Jenny Wilder, the actress was Shannon Doherty who played her, and she went on to a new zip code with the TV show that started in 1990. It was Beverly Hills 90210, and I left the word zip code in there for Gino. He's looking for the clue.
Yeah. Gino, we threw this one in for you.
That was as obvious of a clue as you get. It's not even a clue. It's basically giving out the answer. But
Whatchamacallit, that I don't know if anybody, I only got through 2 episodes, watched that 90210 reunion over the summer. It was bad. That might have been the worst television I've ever seen.
It was like a big reality show.
Did you ever watch Sharknado?
I've never seen
Sharknado. Was actually the first Sharknado was actually better than.
Oh my God!
This was the worst show. It was like I can't even explain it was so bad. But
it was. Did you watch it?
I tried watching. We got through like 2 or 3 shows because Stacy and I used to watch 90210.
I watched the.
I'm man enough to admit that.
I watched 2 or 3 of them, and then I 90210 was.
T-Neck 07666. Robin, you get a drink for that one.
Okay, next one. Number 1 for 16 weeks in the 1990s. Does anybody know what the name of the song was? That was Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men. It was called One Sweet Day. You knew that? Okay. I could name like 2 Mariah Carey songs in my whole thing. She probably has like 50 songs, and I can name 2 of them. And I like one called Hero that she has.
It was. Joanne agrees it was poor. Everyone's saying it was pitiful. I think everyone has my taste. What was the answer to the Van Halen album, Deborah? 5150.
5150.
Great album. Great album.
Better
And
than,
did you know that was Eddie Van Halen's studio address?
No, I didn't know that. Actually, I was just
I
on
got it off of
Facebook.
Wikipedia. It
I
has
was
to be
just on
true.
Facebook, and David Lee Roth was interviewed. Basically, says Van Halen's are done. They're over. I
Really?
literally just read it like 7:30, like a half hour ago. Hot off the presses.
do you know the story behind the other album, OU812?
No.
Oh, we can't. This is family trivia.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Brian Dennehy. He played Don the bartender who befriends Dudley Moore in what 1979 movie? What was it?
Arthur?
No. It has to have
Let's
a
have a
number in the
number on
title.
it. He's not going to hear him.
It was 10 with Bo Derek.
10 with Bo Derek.
Actually, Dudley Moore got top billing in that movie.
Hey, Bo Derek was in a good movie with she was in Tommy Boy.
Oh, that's right.
She played
And so was Brian Dennehy.
Brian Dennehy. Were both in that movie.
Talk about 6 degrees.
Yeah, they were both in Tommy Boy. Great movie.
No, June, Maroon 5 was not an answer.
Uh,
Okay, TV show. This is Life, the one you get, so go and have a ball, is a line from what TV show theme song? It was One Day at a Time. This is it, this is it.
I became obsessed. Like, remember in the fall with the mamas and the papas?
Yeah.
I actually watched.
Now he's obsessed with Mackenzie Phillips.
No, I watched a documentary on the mamas and the papas, and it's actually pretty cool. And I became obsessed with it. I was watching it for like 2-3 months, but yeah, she was basically born to be. She had no chance in life. Mackenzie Phillips.
I'm going to throw out a plug here. This was used last week. The theme song was used One Day at a Time on Frank's Trivia.
Yes.
So
And, well, we're going to plug him
we're doing
after.
Frank's Trivia at 7 o'clock.
And ironically, we're talking about Mackenzie Phillips. Valerie Bertinelli was married to
Eddie Van Halen. They're all connected.
Everything's connecting.
It's
Our
like-
worlds are colliding.
It's
here.
like 7 degrees here. Okay.
Where is your key? Jessica's
I'm
telling
a little hotter. 7 degrees.
Hey, Jim, your boss is texting you.
Okay, did anybody know this?
Jessica, he hasn't been out in 4 weeks and you busted his balls? Come on.
What'd you
Jesus
say?
Christ. Give him a freaking break. All right, go ahead.
Okay, did anybody know this? The Pontiac Firebird's more sportier model was the Trans Am. But what was the Chevy Camaro sports model called? Does anybody know it? Put it in. I know you guys are a little bit behind us, so I'm just going to read it out. Hopefully you are typing it in as I speak. And the answer was the Z28. It was a very popular car for a couple of years. What band is Adam Levine the lead singer of? And now June is the correct time to type in.
Jessica's
Catherine
laughing.
Alice got the Z28.
Actually, I don't know if Jessica's laughing or is that a pissed off.
We don't know. That's the same look she gave when we mentioned her breast 2 weeks
Is that
ago.
a pissed off or happy? Is that crying? I can't tell.
You can't
I'm not an emoji guy. I'm gonna say you're laughing about this.
I
don't
can't
know which
tell.
one. That's
Quite
a
few
weird
people got the
emoji.
Z28. You thought nobody would know it. Okay.
What's up, Williams? How the Dolphins doing?
The two
The
sports
unicorn.
teams.
One more request. One more request for the unicorn.
I want to know the two sports teams that are named after famous dates in U.S. history. Put it in now. The answer is the San Francisco 49ers, which was when they discovered gold in the San Francisco area. And it is also the 76ers for Philadelphia, which was the year that the Declaration of Independence was signed. So we got all that. Okay. Let's see. The 52nd season of what weekly TV series is now been on TV longer than any other primetime show? You don't consider it a primetime show because it's on at 7:30.
Prime time's got to be 8 o'clock.
But yeah, no, this is considered a primetime show, and it was 60 minutes. It was kind of a boring question, but hey, I had to come up with 30 and like
49. Hey, Catherine Alice. Nice of you
we
to
haven't
join.
heard from her the whole time.
Nice of you to
no
join.
banter.
Nice of
from
you to
Catherine.
join the conversation here.
No banter.
No ban. Oh, banter. Sorry, guys. Everyone drink shot.
Let's see. Final question. What was the last movie with a number in its title to win an Oscar for Best Picture? You can put it in. I'm looking for the answer. I'm not going to say it. I'm looking for it. We are over the time limit, but watch the language.
Hey, Jeff, no draft comments. Well, I actually recording the draft, but this is more fun than the draft. This is revolutionary. People are taking our ideas.
Everybody is taking all
we
right.
found like 3 or 4 people.
Nobody is taking this idea.
No one's taking a unicorn.
Nobody wants that.
3 or 4 people have taken our ideas, and come on.
Okay, the movie. Come on, guys. It's the last movie with an. No, it's not Godfather 2. It's not Zero Dark 30. The last movie with Zero Dark 30 didn't win Best Picture. It's the last. I don't think. Maybe it did. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But it is the last movie to win Karate Kid 3. Gino almost got it. Okay, the answer is 12 Years a Slave. Tom's Tough Trivia came up with it.
Of course, Tom's Tough
Of
Trivia.
course.
You show up. You show up.
All right, add up your points.
Add up your points.
Let me know how many you got.
Let's see who won here. Obviously, Tom's not going to win. He showed up late. Hey, Tom,
Somebody still win.
We're going to have
5 questions.
We're going to have like a King of the Trivia contest between you, Frank, Ed, and the so-called.
I don't want to be in. I want to be the host.
We're going to have Apollo 13. So give me your scores. And while everyone's telling your scores, remember, here's the chart. Sorry. We need to unflatten this curve. So we had 300 listeners. We went down to 200 views.
Iris got 27.
We need to get back up to 300 views by the next show. So everyone, you got to
Gino got 20.
Promote this show with your friends.
Michelle got 19. Fun night, she said.
Well, what else would
Greg,
you be?
22.
No offense, Michelle, but what else would you be doing?
Colette, 27.
28.
Robin, 28.
All right, T-Neck. Who's winning
20
so far?
for Scott. 24 for my sister's team.
What's the winning? 28?
28, I think. I think 2 people have 28, don't they?
I don't know, Robin. You might have won.
I think Harris may have had 28 too. We'll have to double check.
Harris and Robin might have to have a trivia off. The trivia and the unicorn will be back next week, but it might be a different costume. We can't.
Joanne, 22. Everybody did good. Everybody did good.
So
24 from this Joanne, and my sister got 11.
And the Hulk got 11. He's the Hulk. Bill Bixby.
My sister is the Hulk.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, my little house sister.
So what we need everybody to do.
Gene got 27.
We need everyone to promote this show.
Farley family, 14. Muse
21. You need a $5 gift card. Yeah, we will get that. So we're going to do 2 things here. We're first going to promote our friend.
Hope the unicorn is back next week.
I think
we got a date with June.
Our friend Frank, which is what? Frank Todd. What's his page?
Frank Todd's Listeners.
Frank Todd's Listeners. He does a music trivia tomorrow at 7:00. Frank, you better have that freaking microphone fixed. I'm telling you. I'm giving you a warning. He does, it's almost like a name that tune with a few questions. So if you want to go on Frank Todd Listeners Facebook page, you could play music trivia tomorrow at 7.
If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 64, 65, 74, 75, and 84, 85 will be the years he's going to do.
Next week, I don't care, Frank, we're going to music. We're doing a music trivia.
All Rock and Roll Hall of Fame bands and artists.
We're going to do Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We might have some Name That Tune. We're going to make it fun. It's going to be... The unicorn might come back. Maybe it'll be a different animal, but hey, most important, guys, I want everyone here to stay healthy. Hopefully we made...
Can unicorns get the...
Corona? Unicorns can't get corona? Only tigers.
Cats.
Tigers and cats. Oh, my. So, everyone stay healthy. And, again, next week we're going to be doing music. And we thank you all. Hope you had a good time.
June, we are sending the unicorn over to your house right now. So, thanks a lot, guys. Tune in next week.
You want to end?
We haven't ended yet.
Hold on.